for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
What's up, Bronx faithful? Welcome back to Yankees Fan Central. I'm coming at you today with some exclusive insights on a situation that could absolutely rock the foundations of the stadium this winter. We're talking about a potential seismic shift in the infield, and the name on everyone's lips is Bo Bichette. Now, look, we all know Brian Cashman is always hunting for that elite talent to put us over the top, but this move for the Blue Jays star shortstop comes with a massive caveat that's currently being debated behind closed doors at 1 East 100C 61st Street. According to the latest from inside sources and backed up by Brian Hoch over at MLB.com, the Yankees have a legitimate high-level interest in Bichette. We're talking about a guy who has consistently been one of the best pure hitters in the game. But here is the but that's keeping the front office up at night: long-term defensive viability. When I talk to people connected to the Jays organization, the whispers are getting louder that Bichette might not be the long-term solution at the 6th spot. For a team like the Yankees, who value run prevention and defensive metrics more than ever, that is a red flag you can't just ignore. If we bring in a guy like Bichette, we aren't just talking about adding a bat, we're talking about a total restructuring of the diamond. If the scouting reports are right and he's better suited for second or third base, what does that mean for our current core? You're looking at a domino effect where Jazz Chisholm Jr. or even a guy like Ryan McMahon has to be moved or repositioned just to fit the puzzle. And let's talk numbers, the real ones. We are aiming to keep this payroll around $310 million, adding another massive contract to the books while trying to stay under that luxury tax threshold is like trying to navigate a subway car during rush hour with a broken leg. It's tight, it's messy, and one wrong move ruins everything. The reality is that Anthony Volpe, our hometown kid, hasn't quite locked down the offensive side of the ball to make himself untouchable. While his glove is gold, his bat has been inconsistent. This creates the opening for a move for Bichette, but is it worth the financial squeeze? If you're paying top dollar for a shortstop, you want a guy who can stay at the premium position for the next 5 to 7 years. If Bichette is destined to move to the hot corner or second base, the valuation of the trade changes completely. It's a high-stakes chess match, and the Yankees are weighing if the offensive upgrade outweighs the defensive uncertainty. Continuing with this exclusive breakdown, we have to look at the New York factor. In this city, good isn't good enough. We need great, and we need it yesterday. Bo Bichette brings that swagger, that pinstripe attitude, and a bat that can turn a game around in a single swing. However, my sources indicate that the internal debate is centered on chemistry and flexibility. If we move Ryan McMahon or shuffle Jazz Chisholm Jr. to make room for Bichette, we're messing with a clubhouse dynamic that finally felt like it was clicking. But hey, this is the Bronx. We don't play for chemistry trophies. We play for World Series rings, and you don't get number 28 by playing it safe. The financial gymnastics required here are intense. To stay near that $310 million mark, Cashman would likely have to get creative with moving existing contracts. If the Yankees decide that Volpe's ceiling at the plate isn't high enough to lead a championship charge, then Bichette becomes the priority. But if they view Bichette as a second baseman, then the price, both in prospects and cash, might be too steep. You don't blow your remaining budget on a position change unless that bat is guaranteed to hit 300 with 30 home runs. My personal analysis: the interest is real because the Yankees know they need more firepower behind Judge and Soto. Bichette provides that in spades, but the front office is being disciplined. They aren't going to overpay for a shortstop who might end up at third base in 2 years. It's a calculated waiting game. They are watching the market, waiting to see if Toronto blinks on the asking price. If the Jays realize they can't re-sign him, the price drops, and that's when the Yankees strike. It's about being smart, being objective, and ensuring that every dollar spent brings us closer to a parade canyon of heroes. So, here is the bottom line. Bo Bichette is a game changer, but the fit has to be perfect. We can't afford another square peg in a round hole situation. Now, I want to hear from you, the real fans. Do you think the Yankees should pull the trigger on a Bichette trade, even if it means moving Volpe or Jazz around? Is his bat worth the risk of a defensive decline at shortstop, or should we stick with our young guns and spend that money on the bullpen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Yankees Fan Central for the fastest updates in the game, and hit the bell so you never miss a scoop. Let's keep the conversation going. Peace.